Hello and welcome back to the Cup Chasers podcast. It is the Premier League. It's back, and I couldn't be more excited. And in this segment, we're going to be talking about Chelsea's chances at home versus Aston Villa. And if you like Chelsea, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and get the notification bell on. I know Graham Potter would be happy with that if you did. He's got not much to be happy about
Yeah,
these
no, he
days.
needs all the followers he can get. Yeah,
All the joy he can
all
manage.
the joy he can manage.
This looks like for you guys.
I I would hope so, but if you, I thought Everton was also going to be a an easy win. Every time I've walked into these games with under Potter and being like, no, we can take points here. We can get three up on the table. Something happens, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be tricky.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Could be tough. They counterattack well, and um, that's pretty much been what they've done since Emery's been there. They've got more solid base defensively, and so Enzo's going to have a big game
Right.
for sure. In the middle there, is it Kova again? Kova and Felix, you think?
I think so. Kova's had himself a nice little international break.
Yes, he
He's been
has.
playing really well. He actually play. I thought he's been playing well in recent games for Chelsea. I thought he's deployed correctly. I think him and Enzo finally understand the role sharing there and what needs to happen and when. He's looked a little more confident on the ball. Like I had a little minute, so I was rewatching some of the Borussia, just kind of prepping my mind for Champions League when we go up against Real. And I was watching that second leg in London, and Kovacic taking chances that he doesn't normally take, being on top of the ball, bodying people. He's looking very old Kova, like he's got his confidence back, and he's not wearing any type of injury or he's not fatigued.
I
But
mean,
I thought he had a great international.
if he finds his scoring boots, because he's now got 3 goals in 93 games. But if someone's got to score goals, so
Right.
there's only 10 games left. So if Kova steps up and gets 3-4 goals in the next 10 games, it could be big. Could
Big.
be big.
And with that too, it's really sad saying because you text me when all this was going on. It's sad to see that almost every one of our Chelsea players scored in the international break, but can't seem to do it when they play
In the Chelsea blue,
in the Chelsea blue. That makes it the hardest part. So, Enzo had a great goal. Kova,
Felix scored.
Felix scored. Yeah, it's
Even
everywhere, man.
Romelu Lukaku scored 4 goals.
Right, yeah, and Lukaku's putting in goals for Belgium, so we
What
know the
is
world's about to
going
end,
on?
actually. So
Yeah,
that's a
something's happening out
something's
there.
happening. Yeah, if Romelu Lukaku's putting in goals. But I remember responding to that one as he's got a big contract fork in the road coming up with Inter not necessarily having to keep him, or I don't think they're gonna even
They should.
execute the buy option, which they
Yeah.
shouldn't. But this Chelsea Villa game, getting back to the subject at hand with the Prem, I think it is a tricky one for us. Unai has kind of turned the things around there at Villa. They've always kind of been a little hacky of a team. I'm glad we're at home. I will say that I'm glad we're at the Bridge. It truly has kind of made a difference with the at least the boys who are playing. I'm worried about James. Hopefully, that's another what you're saying, Holland situation is. I hope that hamstring's not as bad as the international break made it seem. But I know he's been kind of harboring that hamstring for.
How many dudes went home from the England camp?
I think something's going on in the England camp. That's
Arsenal
that,
got lucky, man. We
yeah, y'all dodged some bullets. Well, Saka's not like that. Saka's just not that type of like. I think these boys. I don't want to
he's
put
young.
anything out there.
He's
Yeah, he's
young,
young.
durable yet.
Yeah,
Young and durable yet.
right.
But when Rodri destroyed Odegaard,
Yeah, you got very lucky there.
I was
Um,
I was
that was
sweating.
that was bad.
That was
But
dirty.
I am looking forward to the Villa game. I think we have to have goals in us. We've seen goals during the international break. If we want to keep with that mindset, these boys can score, and that's what I was telling some of my friends as well. Like what really frustrates me about this squad is when we deploy some of these players in this system that Graham's trying to build this team on. It looks disjointed in areas because I don't, and it's really bad because we were watching the game the other day, and Kristen even said she was like, I don't even recognize anybody on this team. She's like, I recognize one name,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, you kind of have a point. These boys have not played together more than 12 games. With the squad depth that's there, with everyone that was injured, we don't have a lot of guys who have been on that field for this club for more. We have our staples, but that's 1 out of 11. So some of these guys are learning how to play together, and that's very frustrating for, I can only imagine, for a manager, not giving Graham any type of excuse because he doesn't need one. But
Well,
when
do you
these
think the
players,
break was good for you guys?
I do, because and that's what I was getting to my point. These players are world class. Like, we didn't sign bums. Like, they're not bad players. They're not by any means do they not have the record or the resume to play for this club. They do. Like, even Kai Havertz. Like, yeah, he hasn't been putting in goals for us, but Kai Havertz starts for his German squad. He plays well for his German squad. You can see the talent and the technique that he brings when he holds up the ball, and some of the plays and the
I
traps
just
that he
don't get it.
gets. I don't right.
I don't get that.
I don't understand it either, and it's frustrating for me because I want to see, just like Enzo putting in a dirty goal, and he did it for Argentina during the World Cup. He's been taking those shots, it just hasn't fallen for him, and it seems like every time Chelsea scores, and even during the Everton game, every time we do put one in the back of the net, we either offsides, something happened. It's where it doesn't count. Like,
Your more
we have scored
beautiful goals are VAR
we've scored some of
strikes.
the best goals have been just called back on us, and I think that's a confidence issue with some of these players. Like, Kai just doesn't play with confidence when he plays. He just doesn't look confident. He doesn't look comfortable. And I would say the same about Sterling. He just doesn't look confident. He doesn't look comfortable when we deploy them. And and we have all these players, and there's a lot of backlash with Mudric not playing as much, and he's just not ready. I think the Ukraine game proved that. So I think this first game back against Villa is kind of a gift for us in reality, because it's not going to be a super hard fought match like City has Liverpool after the international
I
break.
mean,
You
don't
guys,
look past them. Don't look past them.
oh no, I mean, that's how we got into the Everton situation. Exactly. I think that we played completely down in that game, and I hope it doesn't happen this game. But we know it's going to be physical. I do think Villa are going to
Well, who
result to that.
starts?
I think it's the typical. To be honest with you, I think it's going to be Kai. Um, See, I want Mudric to start, but that's just not going to happen.
Sterling
Um,
then?
Sterling, and then obviously I think Kova and Enzo. I think the
Where's
back
Mount
four.
at, man? Where's Mason Mount? Like,
Mason Mount, I don't think. I think Mason Mount, and this. I want everyone to go watch and see if I'm right. Prove me wrong if I'm not. Mason Mount checked out when they fired Thomas Tuchel. Completely different player,
that's an interesting thought. Yeah.
because Thomas Tuchel was going to build that squad around Mason Mount, and he was beloved by Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel wants Mason Mount over at Bayern. He's
Yeah.
probably going to get him. So, you know, I do. I don't think Mount. I don't think Mount agreed with the. I don't think Mount. I think Mount, because of where Mount comes from, you have to understand. Like, he's one. Azpilicueta's too old to care. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's
Sure.
gone. That he's had a career here. Mount has spent his entire life at Chelsea, being a Chelsea born and bred legend to come about. The entire club and what he knew, what he loved, what he was educated and brought up on, completely changed. All the coaching staff changed when Tuchel left. Or when Boyle came in, I should say. It wasn't when Tuchel left. It was when the sale
Yeah.
finalized. So the club's complete. It's not the Chelsea he knew. So he feels out of place at home. So why not leave? I
Yeah.
mean, that's the mindset I think he's in, and he plays like he's in that mindset when he is on the field. And I don't think him and Potter. I don't think Potter likes him. Potter doesn't. He just doesn't fit that scheme that Potter needs. That's why they're more than welcome. They're probably going to keep Felix. They're going to pay that amount. They'll probably ship some
Mhm.
players off in order to do so. Sell. We'll
Aubameyang's
take.
gone,
We'll take loss. Aubameyang is lucky if he doesn't get his contract
ripped
axed
up.
after
Yeah.
him going to Barcelona like that.
Man, he's been everywhere. He didn't go to training.
Right? No.
What are you
No.
doing? What a bum.
Right.
Isn't he
But
on? Isn't he on like some huge
oh
sum
yeah,
every week to
yeah. We're
go
paying him like yeah. We're
party
paying
in
him.
Spain?
Yeah, we're paying him 120,000 a week just to go.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Yeah, who knows what
do
he's
whatever
up.
Aubameyang wants to do that week.
So who
Um,
starts on the right?
If it's not James, I do think that they'll put.
No,
Fortunately,
like right
Ruben.
forward, like it's your
Oh, oh.
up top.
You know, that's I would like to see Pulisic
Is it the three? Is it the yeah? Me too. Me too. To be honest with you,
because
is it
there's
going
a
to be
big
that?
thing going around.
I mean, it's going to be the same wingback system, right? So, but do you think it'll
Right.
be Cuckoo again? So Cuckoo, Chili, right side overload.
Yes.
That
That
seemed
worked so well for us. It allowed Cucurella to play defense. He got in front of those balls. What's really going to throw a wrench into this, and if it's true, which it should be because he's been at training, he's been full training, full strength, is if Conte is healthy. So if that's the case, then he might need some playing time in order to get ready for this Champions League run. Because if he's healthy, he will play against Madrid.
so 60th minute sub for Enzo
Yeah,
or Kovacic.
or Kova, yeah, whichever one's not holding up that end of the field.
Yeah,
The right side for me, we know it's Havertz.
I mean it's that. I mean yeah, it's chill. It's Chilwell for sure.
Yeah, it's
Behind
Chilwell.
Havertz is so.
It's Chilwell. Yeah.
I mean, who do you want to see? I mean, we said we want to see Pulisic, but where's Mud Dog? Get
I
Mud Dog to start.
I thought I'm in the same boat, man. I want to see Mudrich grow. And that's what they bought him for was the development. In some of these games like this, I think it'd be a perfect time to let him get out there. What's really going to make me upset is if we play Ziyech again. Um, but I get it, right? Like we're in this position now or this season where we know 7 or 8 of these players are gone, and if they don't
More
have a
than that,
stat,
probably.
right, and if they don't have a stat line to sell them on, you're going to take more losses than you need. So you kind of have to play Pulisic and
That's an awful
Ziyech
place to
and
be.
right, but it's the
That's an
place.
awful
It's
place
where
to be.
Graham and Boyley put us by losing these games after the World Cup, where we're almost in this type of the season where if we lose 3 more games, we're not getting relegated. There's no moving up. The only thing to do is make or lose money.
It's yeah, it's not a great situation, you know.
We
And
have to win in order for fifth or sixth to even be, European football to even be fathomable for us.
I mean, 30 points would go a long way.
Right.
You know, if you just went on the tear of
Win
the
on.
season and won
Yep.
10 straight games, that would go a really really long way.
Um,
But yeah,
Fofana, I think Fofana, you have to keep him in the squad after he's gotten healthy. He's played confident. You
I
can't
agree.
not allow him to come off that form because him and Koulibaly work surprisingly well together. I know Silva's healthy
Yeah.
now as well, or supposedly healthy now as well. I still wouldn't start Silva until maybe that Real Madrid game, unless Koulibaly and are in like really
I don't
good
know.
form.
I like that Silva versus Madrid for the experience.
I do too.
Yeah.
But Koulibaly's been playing really well with Fofana and that overlap with Chilwell and Cucurella. We kind of hybrided our defense and that side's clicked. It's that final third that we're really struggling with. We don't have a true white winger. Pulisic, we have them, Ziyech and Pulisic.
I
We can
mean,
throw
you
Mud Dog
need
on left or
nerves.
right. I
they're
mean, right.
there.
But no one scores goals, which is why I think we need to not play Kai Havertz at the 9 and just again at this point in the season play Mud Dog, play Fafana, play him at the 9, make him a big man, give him the target, give him the
Sure,
experience.
sure.
I understand we have some of these guys coming in, and I'm pretty sure we're going to spend a ludicrous amount in the summer window.
Yeah.
But it's still we can't score goals, which is why I'm kind of worried about this Villa game where it can end in a draw, just like the Everton one is. Because if we don't put goals in, Villa can counter. It might end 1-1, or it might end grueling if we can stave off that counter. We can't score either, so
I mean, if it gets open and this becomes a back and forth basketball style, y'all are in trouble.
yeah,
I say y'all are in trouble. You know, I mean, I guess Sterling can run in behind, but
he won't.
when it gets stretched, they got speed up top with Ollie Watkins,
Hmm.
Wendia. Um, what's the other? Leon Bailey is pretty quick up there. So Yeah, I think if y'all just can stay compact and keep the ball,
Yeah,
you might be able to pull a 1-0 Jose Mourinho win
the
with a
old days, yeah, like
Kai
the old
Havertz
days.
finds a crazy goal
A
out of
non called back
no, it'll be
beautiful
Chilwell.
goal.
It'll be
Yeah,
Chilwell on a
again.
everyone stop because they thought it was a handball and Chile will keep going and score and VAR
Uh-huh.
will rule that it's a goal and then we park the bus.
Yeah, that sounds about right with what we've had going for us for
That's
sure.
kind of what it's looked like though, right? You've
Yeah,
you've gotten a lead or something to hang on to and you back off.
we back off, which I don't think this squad
Desperate.
can do.
It's
Not
desperate.
yet. It's
It
desperate.
smacks of we need this so bad.
Yep. And then
Which
it puts pressure on, then it puts pressure on and pressure on, and, the only
that's
time that really worked for us
easy.
is when, A, we had a manager that could handle it, but B, when that team had played together 8 seasons, 6 seasons, they knew what pressure together felt like. They knew what was going to happen with the other one or who might slip where. This squad has no idea on the tendencies of each other, and they don't have that camaraderie where they haven't been pressure cooked enough to make them a team. So yeah, it's desperate, and that comes from the head down for me, and that's 100% on Potter. But it's going to be
So what are you
interesting to
thinking?
see how Unai does this against Potter in this, kind of it's 10th, 11th. It's supposed to be even on paper, and
They'll fight
I
for
do.
it.
I think we're going to
They'll
go
think you're wounded and can win.
right, right. So that they are going to go for it, and I hope it's a 1-0. That's what I'm going to predict is a 1-0. Just
1-0 to
because I
Villa.
know I know Villa has that defensive hack job tendency for
Yeah.
themselves too. Even though Unai's there, that's been a Villa thing since Villa has been in the league. Like they'll
Oh,
just
fair
kick you.
enough.
And our guys
Fair
can't take
enough.
like Felix isn't that type of player. Enzo can get bossed around a little.
Oh, we're gonna
Kova,
see a bunch of diving, aren't we?
yeah, Kova will kick back, but Havertz has a tendency to not take it too well. That's why I don't think Sterling's going to play. Sterling definitely can't
No,
handle that type of
no. Well, I said it 2-1,
yeah
just because I wanted Chelsea to win, and
goals.
I think Villa will score. So I may be wrong. It may be a 1-1, but I'm definitely backing Villa to score.
That would be the worst possible thing for us as a 1-1.
Oh, it
We
wouldn't be
need
good.
3 points moves us pretty what, even no, right behind Brentford at 43 or at 41.
Yeah, but I mean, Brighton played Brentford, so that's good for you
Yeah,
guys as well. Somebody
somebody's
has to
dropping
drop
somebody
points
they're yeah.
there. But yeah, I mean, it's so tight in there.
It is 30 from
Newcastle played
11th
United as well, so there you go. That's
from
somebody
11th.
got to drop points
Yeah,
there.
from 11th to 5th, 4th really. That is so well
Mhm.
5th. 49 is kind of a reach for us right now. That's 11 points.
Yeah, but you gotta take care of what's in front of you.
6 is right there, right, which is why but it is in front of us because next week or on Tuesday, it's Liverpool. So if we can take 6 here, 6 puts us
Massive.
right into the run. It's massive for us.
That's
Make or break.
massive.
Talk
Yeah.
about crunch. You wanna know what I think about Graham Potter? You wanna know what grinds my gears here? Here we go. Graham Potter reminds me of me in the sense of this man does not get this team to perform until it's crunch time. It's like the kid who doesn't do his homework until
Yeah.
7:30 on the bus before he's got to turn it in at 8. That's Graham Potter right now, right? He did
Yeah.
it in champs. He keeps doing it in champs, and I think he'll pull it out here and hopefully take away 6, put us in the running. And the players need that. More importantly, the players need it right now. They have to, if they don't believe in something this late in the season, we're going to end the season 10th. And that's the worst possible scenario for us financially. Fan wise, it's not good for Bowley because it's new ownership. We're going to have all of our new fans, our fair weather weight fans. They'll jump ship. They'll go be Madrid fans. They'll go be Arsenal fans. They'll go be City fans. Like,
Hey, we'll take them.
I'm sure you will. I'm
We'll
sure
take
you
them for a
will.
season. We'll take some
Right.
bandwagoners for a
Take some
season.
bandwagoners, right? So it's
Absolutely.
just the worst possible situation, but it's a must win. I do think we have to watch out for the counter. That's why I think Enzo and Kova get that solidification there. They've played well. They kind of been making up ground with the Chile Kuka switch around support.
Yeah.
Uh,
think they
Yep,
definitely need to keep it tight in there, keep the game compact
absolutely.
to keep it from getting back and forth. And if you agree with that, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Get that notification bell on. We got more coming for you.
Absolutely.